Well, here it comes.
It's that fourth and roll, yeah, we ride real slow. Texas bass hitting while the Carolina flow. From the whistles to the winds, every tale they record. Adam and Jack hold it down on fourth and Ward. Southside swing with the coach and Lord. Real life stories, yeah, they back for more. Turn the beat up loud, let the truth restore. You locked in now with the fourth and Ward.
Well, Jack, I kind of wish sometimes people could hear the conversations we get to have when we're not recording.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just good reasons why folks miss practice. Or are you vibing out back there?
Sneak.
We were just working on some brand new intro music. If we can get it up on this episode, then you just enjoyed it. But yeah, we had some good conversation while before we got the recording started. But good reasons why folks miss practice. I'll never forget one time, Jack, I had a kid had to miss practice because he had to go to tutorials to work on a speech for his class. You want to take a guess at what the class was?
Spanish.
ASL, American Sign Language.
He had how long does the speech have to be?
I don't know, man. You're going to have carpal tunnel by the time it's all done.
No chance. There's a word count. Like, how do you?
No. All right. Yeah, that's a good point. How do you count? Yeah, 500 word essay, right? 500 word speech. Do you count? I mean, I guess it's still words, right? I mean, it's language, but.
Yeah, but I think there's some differences in like how you don't have all the filler words. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, valid. Like a combination of your sign language could mean.
Yeah. But like you can't do time because I would just sign really slow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just, if you got to make a 30-minute speech, milk it. Like you're taking a knee at the end of the game. Like you were just milking the clock. Like get it out of there. No, that's valid, dude. Before we even get rolling, I was going through the YouTube comments. And first of all, shout out to Coach Derek Pascali. I hope I'm saying the name right. Reached out with his suggestion for a new team for the Team of the Week wheel. We went ahead and got them added for you. Coach, have a good one for Team of the Week. This is a Group 1 team, which is the smallest classification in New Jersey. Butler High School in northern New Jersey. Historically, Jack, they're one of the best small schools in all of New Jersey, and they just won their 10th state title.
Oh.
Tons of tradition. Currently, they're 11-0, going for most wins in school history this weekend in a regional state final. And here's the kicker, Jack. Coach knows we love stadiums. They have blue turf, apparently.
We're talking like
legit.
Boise State,
like Boise State blue. I don't know. I didn't want to spoil it. I got them added to the Team of the Week wheel, right? And then, if we get to them, I just want to be a surprise. But I am eager to see this blue turf that the Butler Bulldogs have up there in New Jersey. Yeah. Shout out to Coach D on YouTube, letting us know about them. We'll have to get Coach D on sometime. He claims he's got a bunch of good stories. I'd love to hear them. We're always down to chat with coaches. Guys, if y'all are interested in maybe joining up for one of our guest episodes, once football season's all finished up for both of us and things slow down a little bit, I'm looking forward to trying to make that happen a little bit more. Jack, what about you?
Yeah, I do too. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy talking to people, always hearing their stories because it's crazy how similar but different they are. Like every coach has those goofy stories from Thursday night, whatever it is, and they're all different and funny, but they're all similar too. Like we can all kind of relate to each other's stories. So I really do like doing that kind of stuff. But
and just it's no matter where you're at, like you've got similar problems going on, right? You got boneheaded mistakes being made, and anytime you're in the people business, like this is so unpredictable.
I'm sorry, this is random, but underrated fruit snacks. Underrated. Yeah. I mean, y'all probably have them on deck with the kids, but like I don't. My fiance is probably going to be mad because I literally cut open like 8 packs and dumped them in this bowl, but she brings them for lunch, I think, but I'm sitting here just munching on them.
We actually get those if we leave, depending on what time the buses will leave for an away game. Sometimes, like our game yesterday, for example, our round 2 playoff game, which hopefully we get to dive into a little bit, Jack. It was a very interesting game. But if we're leaving early enough like we did yesterday, the training staff will have goodie bags, snack bags, for the kids to eat on the bus ride over there. And then we'll probably eat the pregame meal there, Chick-fil-A or something waiting on us. We actually had burgers get cooked on site for us for the pregame meal yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty legit.
Dang.
Yeah, we rolled out, grabbed the snack bags. I sacked out. We got to ride charter buses.
That's
I
always
sacked
good.
out real good. From the moment we hit the interstate, I was out. Woke up. We were pulling up to the stadium out there in Mansfield, Texas, which is an awesome stadium, by the way. I think they just did full renovations to it in like 2019, maybe mid 2010s. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet setup. Pull it up real quick, actually. Newsom Stadium in Mansfield, Texas.
Newsom in Mansfield Stadium.
Mansfield.
Oh yeah, that does look pretty sweet. Let me get it over here. You sent me some pictures of like the press box and stuff.
Yeah. I was texting you and Dad. Just I always, anytime I go somewhere new, I always like to try to soak it in. Just because there's a lot of good scenic stadiums out here, whether it's at the high school level, college level. They usually have great history to them. So yeah, this one's a really nice setup. No track. I love a football stadium without a track. Just
Yeah, that's
fans
hard
are
to beat.
closer. Yeah. Now it is a neutral site. It was round 2 of the playoffs. I think we talked about this a little bit last week. It was only like a 50-minute drive for us. It was a 2-hour drive for the team we were playing, Harker Heights, from down in Killeen, Texas.
So it's
so
11,000. Wow.
Yeah. It was a good sized stadium, and you had all the things. The press box situation was a nice setup. It was one of those good press boxes where defense is on the front row, offense is on the second level, so you're not trying to be rubbing shoulders with guys. Actually, how we set it up was we got our 5 high school coaches up on the lower level, closer to the glass. We were the visiting team, so we were on their sideline. So for me as a defensive guy, that helped out with finding personnel. They were a big personnel team, 10, 11, 12, help us out with tendencies, things like that. So it gave me a good view of their sideline and just trying to help our kids, put them in a position to win. But it was a wild one, man. But almost as wild as the game itself. I say that. It was a pretty solid week of practice, actually. But one funny story from this week. I don't know if you noticed, Jack. I got a little mark on my eye here. It actually has healed up pretty good since it happened.
Is that a little battle scar?
On Wednesday. Yeah. So on Wednesdays, we work our PAT block, and we were doing some different, we had seen some things on their field goal unit we were going to try to take advantage of. So just moving some different pieces to try to put speed, maybe where they've got a big gap or something like that. And so I'm talking with one of my guys that's going to be flipping around with a block or whatever. And how do y'all work PAT block? Do y'all go like left side live, middle's live, right side? Okay. I feel like
we go full go.
Everybody goes every time?
No. Are you meaning during the game or in practice? So
Well,
like in practice, yeah, we're still all going, but we're depending on what our call is. Only one half is truly rushing, but
yeah. So anyway, we were working, let's just say the left side is live here. We're going a block left, yada, yada. Well, I get my guy, we run the rep. Yeah, we're getting swiveled over to the other side because we're going to work block right here in a couple minutes or whatever. And as I'm kind of moving back behind the line of scrimmage, I'm kind of ducking already because I'm not trying to catch a field goal off the head, right? So I'm kind of squatting a little bit as I work back to the other side of the defensive front. The middle's going live at this point, so they get the kick off. We get one of our D tackles blocks it from the middle, gets the palm up there. And I'm telling you, I see it happen. Like it ricochets off his hand into my face, knocked hat, glasses off, and the glasses gave me a little nick right here, but it looked pretty sweet on Wednesday. I sent you a picture, didn't I?
Yeah. I got it looked kind of bloodied up. I thought somebody had like hit you during a drill, or I didn't know what had happened. Let's see if I can get it pulled up. Yeah, here it is. Too many things open.
Yeah,
that's pretty gnarly.
Good little shot.
Uncut there.
And I was wearing the glasses, and you're just trying to. The kids are all like, "Oh crap, you all right, coach? You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go, we're good." Like, come on, right side's up, let's go. Like, get on to the next rep. But then we go and work like kickoff or something after that. I can't remember. And I'm on the sideline, standing beside our OC. I just take my sunglasses off for a second, put them on top of my hat, and he's like, "You're bleeding, right?" And I was like, "Oh, I had no clue Does it at least look cool? He's like, it looks all right. Like, yeah, it looks pretty solid. All right, let's go. Mama didn't raise no punk.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's rough,
but
though. I mean, I haven't had a cut like that in high school. Coaching high school ball, I haven't had one. But let me tell you something. In PE class, head on a swivel, first of all. I mean, you never know. Something could come flying at you from a random corner or whatever. When I tell you I've gotten hit, probably, it's been 3 years I've been at Palmetto. I'd probably been hit maybe 30 times, like significant hit, like direct shot, probably 10 a year on average. But when I say hit, there was one, it was a football kid that did it, and I still haven't forgiven him. I'm standing there. I have this ball cage that, it's time to put everything up. Well, he's throwing a football. He throws it, I guess, aiming for the cage. And I'll take some of the blame because I was standing right beside it. Point of that football hit me square where the sun don't shine in front of the entire class. It was rough. You got to walk it off. You got to be, you can't show any weakness, but I was hurting for
that's a hard one to walk off.
At least 20 minutes. It was bad.
Hard one to walk off.
It was bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My kids were getting in a fight the other night before bedtime, of course, and one of my kids straight sucker kick to the no square, as we like to call it. And this kid, one of mine's just in the floor, just like lifeless. Like, you good, buddy? He's like, no, like, sister hit me in the no square, and he's kind of rolling over. I'm like, I gave him the old, what was the movie? All right, count them up. Like, you got two? We good to go? Like,
I'm sure you're still there.
What was the movie where they pick the guy up and just drop him to make him descend back down? I can't even remember now.
I don't know. That's when I was in high school. He told me to do jumping jacks to, drop whatever back down, and then let's go. Like, hit 2 jumping jacks and let's get back to it.
Well, did I tell the story? Did I tell the story on here already about years ago? Almost, I don't know, probably close to 9 years ago. I don't even know. We were on the road. It was a Thursday night game with the JV or freshman team. It was a JV team, maybe. The group had gotten beat up so bad that on the bus ride back, the kids,
that's brutal. Like,
that's brutal.
And it's like very dangerous if it's not untwisted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're freaking out. Yeah,
like it's
hoping everybody's all right.
You could lose something if it doesn't get undone. But that's like a nightmare. I hope that never happens to me.
Speaking of nightmares, all right, did you get a chance to watch our game last night?
Me and one of my buddies, one of the other coaches at the school, we actually went and watched a local game around here.
I got you. Who'd you go see?
We went and watched BHP and Woodruff.
Okay. That was a big showdown, wasn't it? I didn't see what all happened, but.
Yeah, it was. The crowd was incredible, first off. I mean, it was nuts.
Woodruff's got an awesome little stadium.
Yeah, it was packed. And the concourse, like where the concessions is, packed, like 6 rows deep. We were lucky enough to get on the fence and be able to see. But we had to park across, maybe quarter mile, half a mile away.
Yeah.
In a parking lot for a local church, I think. And they had a shuttle bus going back. Like, there were so many people. Yeah. We played there, and they had the insane sound system. This was 12, 13 years ago, but where they played
Life in the Fast Lane every time they scored a touchdown. That's exactly what it was.
And they played that sound effect too from like before movies back in the day. THX, I think, is the production company or something. It was just like this whoa noise, and they played it, and the bass, you could just feel it. But it was a good game there at the start. I think towards the end it got away from Woodruff there a little bit, but they got a pretty solid defense. It was a good game to watch. I wish it would have ended a little closer, but it is what it is.
I didn't even see. I think I saw that BHP had won, but I didn't keep up with I know it was a big showdown.
Yeah,
and I know it was at Woodruff, and I know Woodruff, South Carolina loves their high school football. They love the Wolverines. Do they still do the deal where they rub the little Wolverine statue?
I believe so. It actually took us so long to get into the game that we didn't get to see the entrance. Like, they were already playing by the time we got inside. But I'm sure they do. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing. I doubt they would give that up. But
no, I feel like the people down there got good tradition. But I guess for South Carolina, then Is it in the state semifinals now?
Yes. Yeah.
Or
This
what y'all
week
call the
is,
upper state, lower state championship?
yeah, this week's upper state. I think it ended up being Powdersville and BHP in the upper state championship for 3A.
Anderson County teams in 3A
Yep.
representing.
So that'll be
Now, have those
Powdersville.
teams already played this year? Okay, I got you.
Oh,
I
they
figured they
have.
were so close that they might be
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't, but I think we're the only District 1 team that Anderson School District 1 team that has played or that plays BHP every year, because there's a little rivalry there, but or animosity, whatever you want to call it.
yeah. It was our game was playing a team. Killeen, Texas Jack is a big military town, so some of the schools down there, you're assuming that military families are a big portion of the population and stuff, and just watching them on tape and stuff like that. Super disciplined, extremely efficient on offense. Quarterbacks, a little gunslinger back there, million formations, and all this and that, all the things. So yeah, we're trying not to make it seem like it's just going to be a walk in and we're going to get after these guys. Like, we got to go out there and play. Like, they're a good football team. And we actually got off to a great start. Came out hot. I think at the half it was 35-10.
That's where I was checking in on your score, and I saw it at 35-10, and then I saw the final, and I was like,
yeah,
it's kind of nuts.
All right, so I'll put it to you like this. All right, the third quarter was one of the most just bizarre. It was just a lot of context into the third quarter and the reason it got to a neck and neck game, and then fourth quarter is just a battle. So we're up 35-10 at the half. We come out third quarter. I believe they score on the first series out, but we're talking at the half. It's a 25-point spread. Like, we told the kids, like, if you don't think this offense can score 4 scores in 2 quarters, you're dead wrong. Like, they're good. We're going to have to go out and keep playing. But we were also banking on they're playing from behind, might have to start throwing more. And they were like a 65-35 run pass team. They want to run the ball. And so we're thinking they might get out of some of that, get into some of their spread game. Quarterback's a gunslinger. Like I said, he's really good at that offense and hitting guys on time and stuff. And anyway, Jack, they came out 12 personnel, straight 2 tights, like just getting into some oversets, things like that, and ISO insert, stretch, like just working it down, and just they got that score, hit some slot fades, some, just taking advantage of us coming up on the run a little bit and things like that. So anyway, coming out of the gate, they get the quick score there, and then I'm trying to remember the full sequence. They kick a worm burner, and it gets all the way down to like the 1-ish, and from the box, and for a lot of people in the stadium, for the referees, it looks like the ball, as it's rolling, bounces off our kid's foot into the end zone. And then our kid brain farts, right? He's not really sure what to do. Like, if I jump on it, is it touchback? Is it this, that, the other? Well, he just lets it go thinking it's just going to be a touchback if you don't touch it, right? And watching it back on tape from the butt view, his foot does not make contact with the ball. But the way the ball bounces from a side angle, I could see why you would think it would have hit his foot. But it's clear as day he didn't touch it. Anyway, they jump on it in the end zone. Ref said it touched our guy. They get a touchdown off that. So coming out quick, they've got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then, just so right there, they eliminate that. And I think we might have had a turnover or something else. Anyway, it becomes a neck and neck game. And so it's just a weird sequence of things that happened. And third quarter, it got tight, and then it came down to the wire, man. Like, had to have a big stop. It was a 4-point game with minute 40 left, I think. And we get a strip sack. Our guy jumps on the fumble recovery. And so we're able to go and run the clock out after that. But they were in plus territory at that point. So it was like nut up or shut up, like need a big stop. And, man, we got this cat, defensive end. He's going to be a heck of a football player. Called him the Flying Hawaiian. He's a man child. Yeah, he saved our bacon with that strip sack last night. But
Keep.
dude, yeah, it was insane. Our offense was doing their thing too, man. It was pretty nasty. Got We got some talented guys across the board, both sides of the ball. We got some talented guys, but we got a running back, man, that is special. Like hands
The
down,
dude.
the best player I've ever had. Like on a team that I'm coaching, like he's the best player like that I've ever had on a team that I was a part of the coaching
Mhm.
staff. And actually, he had this sick run. I sent a video of just cutting it out, all that with the data and stuff. But I want you to see this juke move that he puts on this kid in this game.
I'm excited for it. All right, so he's okay.
Yeah, so we're in like a stack look. Right, hang on.
And that alone.
Watch this right here. Watch this right here. Yee. Dude, have you ever seen somebody get juked? Like that guy looked like he was in the air just hovering, and then the finish.
And oh yeah,
just the stare
we
down.
got it.
Watch this. Watch this guy's feet.
Sliding in the turf.
My. Looks like he's
Look.
moonwalking.
He tried to plant so hard that even the turf was like, nah, man.
Like Michael Jackson moonwalking. I've never seen somebody get juked so bad they moonwalk.
And got hit with a stiff arm. I mean,
Yeah.
a slight stiff arm, but still got a piece of him.
Yeah,
No,
he set the all-time school rushing record last night. He had 300 yards, I think, 5 touchdowns. Going to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's getting a good one, man.
Wow. I mean, what happened to this dude back here blocking?
That's our quarterback. I don't know
Expect it,
what's
though. He's
happening.
getting downfield to help.
He is
This
doing
what I
that.
see.
I like the finish right here. Get off me, boy.
Did he score?
So they called it a score. Now, when I watched it back, I think he's out without the ball crossing the plane.
I guess he hits the pylon. So in that, I mean, it's so quick for the ref. He probably just.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have review in high school football. I don't think the ball breaks the plane here, but
If he had it in his left arm, it would. But I'm glad he had it in the other one.
hey, we can call it even. The ref screwed up the kickoff, jump on it in the end zone. Maybe we got away with something there.
I'm gonna be honest. A run like that, if I'm a ref, I'm giving it to him because he earned it. He earned that one. I mean, 3 trying to throw a block downfield.
Yeah, man, it was a fun time. Like we talked about this a little bit last week. Like all the time you put in the year round, and then you finally get at this time of the year. These playoff games, like it's win or go home. It's back against the wall. Like, yeah, it got a little ugly. It started off awesome. Hey, I'll put it to you like this. All right. In the first half, we ran 29 defensive snaps, I believe, if my memory serves me right, on like 6 series. So averaging like 5 plays a series, right? Scores 35-10. We're getting after it defensively first half. Halfway through the third quarter, or with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter, we're at 60 total defensive snaps. So in the 3 opening series of the third quarter for them,
Is that when this happened?
it doubled that happened later. Yeah. So fourth quarter, right before that strip sack. All right. Right before the strip sack, I get a notification on my watch that, hey, you seem to be inactive, but your heart rate's above 120. I'm like, yeah, I bet. Like, cause we were up 25 points in this game, and with all this crap going on, jumping on ball in the end zone for a touchdown, they returned a kickoff return on us. We faked a punt for a touchdown. We returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Like this game was turned into a barn burner.
Yeah.
120
though is nuts.
Yeah,
like 120 is crazy.
Oh, I was, yeah. Like it wasn't like I'm in the box, right? So I'm just sitting there like I can't do anything but just watch and process. There's nothing to distract me. Like I got just all the stuff going on in my head, but dude, it worked out. But so got the dub, and now we get to play a team out of the Houston area, North Houston area, called Willis High School. It's actually where DJ Lagway went to high school. I believe he's got a sibling that plays there now, plays corner for him maybe, but they're talented too, and they like to throw the ball around, and it's going to be a heck of a matchup. And we get to play it in the Star in Frisco, Jack, the Cowboys headquarters.
That's pretty cool.
It'll be pretty sick. So we
That's
play
pretty
it
cool.
Saturday night at 7:00 at the Star up there in Frisco. We'll be on the road again, man. This Saturday night, yeah. So we get to practice on Thanksgiving week.
Maybe I can get out there because I'm off the whole week. Maybe I can make a trip out there and go see it. But
we'll work on getting you a ticket just in case. No pressure though. I actually now that it's kind of weaning down, right? We go from 32 teams in our bracket to 16 teams now. We should be on one of the apps around here called Victory Plus that for free you can stream Texas high school football playoffs. So, and even if our game's not on there, when it comes to the state championship games, all the state games will be on there. So from Wednesday to Saturday, you'll see all 10, 12, something like that, state championship games. It's a great watch. I've always had basketball in years past, so I wasn't able to go to any of the midweek games. But usually I was able to take my son up to the Saturday games and watch the 5As and 6As because they'll start those at like 11 o'clock. You buy one ticket, stay all day at AT&T.
That's pretty cool.
Watch it. Pick any seat you want. If it's open, it's yours. Yeah, so it's a pretty good tradition too if you're able to get out here for that at some point down the line. Because those 5A, 6A games, I mean, you're going to have 50,000 people there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet
it's awesome. It's awesome. One of my favorite things about being out here, man, is just moments like that where it's like, it's big time.
Yeah.
But no, it should be a good showdown. Should be a good showdown. They sling it around. They got a receiver, I think, committed to Texas, 4 or 5-star guys. So a lot of empty, a lot of quads, a lot of slinging the rock. So see how it goes. Hopefully we have a great week of practice. It's always awesome to practice on Thanksgiving.
Never done it.
Awesome
I take it back. My freshman year of high school that wasn't Thanksgiving yet. I don't think we were out of school though.
2 rounds. Man, I can't remember.
We weren't in school. I remember practicing when we didn't have school.
Well, in South Carolina, it's a little earlier, and it's only 5 rounds in South Carolina, right? If the schedule's somewhat what it is now.
I can't remember. I don't know if we played.
Thanksgiving for South Carolina means you're playing for probably upper state, right? So
you would be playing for upper state.
Maybe we're just out of school. I think there was one year I was coaching out there where there was a hurricane or something early in the year, and it pushed the entire schedule back like a week or two. And I think maybe we got to practice during Thanksgiving week then, but I never got to coach for an upper state championship. So yeah, it wasn't until we made that deep run a couple of years ago that I got to legit practice on Thanksgiving because of a deep playoff run. But this will be the second time. It's a good deal.
Sorry, now what does the star mean on? All right, 2 stars is playoffs. No, it wasn't Thanksgiving. So all right, maybe it was just a random day off or something. I don't know. Anyway,
speaking of missing school for playoff games, so we talked about this before. You know, we like to dress out. If the guys have been helping us out on scout all year, then those are probably going to be the guys we pick from to actually dress out for playoff games. You don't want to go adding the entire JV team because you ain't got enough jerseys, right? So you want to pick and choose. You want those guys to have some type of reward for scouting for you all year. And plus, you're trying to get the best look possible all year. Like some of those guys give a great look. Like they might actually be able to get some spin in the game. Long story short, we got everybody else that's like on the JV group. We give them a different jersey and let them just kind of be the hype guys. And just get the sideline hype and all that. So they'll get their own little bus, ride out there with the varsity guys. They help us unload, set up, all that good stuff, earn their keep, right? But when the game's going on, like we expect them to be good, waving that towel around, going crazy. We were getting everybody out early to travel to the game. And we had told those guys, like, look, you're not going to go to this particular class period on Friday because we're getting y'all out of class at this time. We got to hit the road by this time, yada, yada. So told the guys to email their teacher for that class period and go ahead and let them know, like, we'll send it out officially and do all that stuff too, but go ahead and give them a little warning because it's right before the break. Anyway, I go and check my email the next day, Jack. One of the daggum players emailed me because I was teaching his class. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to be in class on Friday during this period because I'm traveling to the football game. I'm like, buddy, I'm going too. Like, I'm going too. Like, I ain't going to be there neither.
Man.
It's like, guys, if a coach is your teacher for that class period, don't worry about it. Like, it's going to be all right. We're all going to be on the same bus riding out there together. Man,
sometimes
tunnel vision.
It doesn't click for a lot of, I don't know, man.
Hey, speaking of stuff not clicking, all right. Yeah, we had that conversation. Was that 2 episodes ago we were talking about you and the custodian's discovery in the toilet?
Yes.
All right. So since then, I have been receiving a couple of pictures from other folks in this line of work, and they're having the same issue, man. People trying to flush these vapes, kids trying to flush them, get away with murder and all that good stuff. So, like, I just got sent a couple here in the last week.
Yeah, it's spreading.
It's spreading.
Let's get it pulled
So
up.
obviously I was sitting there listening to you talk about it. I'm like, what the heck? This kid's an idiot. Like, and then I get sent that and I'm like, I get sent this one and I'm like, well,
What's going on with the pencil? That's what I want to know.
yeah, I don't get it.
At least they're hydrated, I guess. And there's
God,
another
man.
one too. There's like, what are these kids thinking? Why is this? Why? At least they don't take a dump on it. You know, he's not wrong, but it's a weird thing to point out.
We got to save that as a sound bite.
I'll have to
At least they didn't
record
take a
him
dump on it.
saying,
Yeah, there you go.
the way he says it.
Every time we get submitted pictures of kids flushing the darndest things,
Yeah,
well, at least they didn't take a dump on it.
yeah. So if you're listening, send us all your vapes in the toilet pictures, because apparently this thing is spreading nationwide now. I don't know what's
Probably
going
some
on.
kind of trend somewhere that we're just not hip enough to know
Maybe.
about anymore.
Hopefully it doesn't go international. But
Man.
you sent me something else. Speaking of international, about UTEP.
Yeah. I'm hoping this is fake news. It is on Twitter, and Twitter has lost a lot of their vetting that they used to have. But I did see this, and this is something so this might be parody. I don't know, guys. I could be just falling for fake stuff on Twitter or X or whatever, but I see this tweet. It says, breaking news, FBI investigators reveal UTEP has been receiving NIL donations from the Juarez cartel to support athletic programs. University officials claim they were unaware of the source of the funds and say the money would have been rejected had they known. It says, per at the UTEP news. And then, of course, there's a cartel picture and UTEP football picture. So
Yeah, we talked about it. UTEP or El Paso, that's right there. Is it not right on the border?
Yeah. We talked about it last week, actually, on last week's episode. It was a hop and a skip away, stone's throw away from the Sun Bowl to Juarez. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what would be the benefit to the cartel to pump NIL for UTEP?
It's also a good question. I mean, they're not getting tax write-offs. I doubt they're worried about the tax implications of making like a donation.
You know, it's got to be all cash, right? Like, I don't know.
Maybe they just big football fans. I don't know.
They love their minors.
They're about it, man. I don't know. Or maybe they're hired to do security there or something. I don't know what's going on, but.
Well, I was trying to think, if this is true, hypothetically speaking, well, I don't know. Like, if they own businesses in El Paso, like legitimate businesses. I've watched too much Ozarks in the days.
Yeah, they could be trying to boost their, income in those businesses so they can wash more money.
I mean, maybe it's just the Ozarks talk. What was the guy's name in Ozarks?
Jason Bateman?
Well, yeah, but I can't remember his actual character's name. But I don't know. I saw that and was like, what is going on?
That's kind of nuts. That's college football, baby, and the NIL.
That's college football, baby. It just means more.
Mm-hmm.
Why college football's the best. We got, what was it, kids blowing fire extinguishers last episode in that Georgia game.
Yep.
We got cartel donating NIL money.
I mean, look, where else can you? It's 11:41 Eastern time, PM, and you got San Jose State and San Diego State playing right now in the second quarter. It's 11-3. I mean, come on. How do you beat it, man? It's all day long. You just get college football all day long, and something crazy is bound to happen. And people argue NFL's got the top talent, but like, it doesn't have near the excitement.
Pageantry, man. It's the pageantry. Like,
it is.
There wasn't nothing like being in third grade, staying up way past your bedtime on a Saturday night so you could watch Colt Brennan sling around the rock at Hawaii.
Dude, and maybe this is a reason or another example of Tylenol when mom was having me or something. I don't know, but I had a binder that on that old desktop computer we had in the house, like the old school dial-up connection one. I would go to ESPN.com and download the top 25 rankings, print them out, 3-hole punch them, and had a binder of the week, every week of the season, just so I could track Clemson as they gradually climbed up and then probably lost to Duke or something and dropped all the way down. Like, I've never done that for an NFL team.
And you had to do your research because at the lunch table, like, we didn't have phones to distract you. Your entertainment at the lunch table was you had to hype your team up. Like,
Yep.
especially where we're from, like half the school's Carolina, half the school's Clemson.
Yep.
Like, you better have your research done before you get to school the next day. Forget about that math homework. Like, I gotta.
Yeah, do that while the teacher's checking it on the other side of the room. Like, scribble that in real quick. But it's nuts, man. And I hear kids now talk about college football or whatever, and they just sound so stupid. So stupid. I'm like, y'all are watching TikTok or something.
They don't watch football, and they don't play in the yard. They don't play yard ball. Like, it's Thanksgiving week. Like, how many Thanksgivings growing up was it all the cousins playing pickup football in the yard on these guys? Like,
oh yeah, every year. I mean, and some of them
full tackle, and we played full tackle.
And some of them were 17 years old when we were like 8. I mean, it's just how it was. If you drafted him, you're in luck. You got your
left tackle. Your left tackle at running back.
Yeah. It was every year. And it was for an extended period of time. Like, I do not remember being inside the house at Nanny's house. I don't remember being inside for anything other than eating. And then it was immediately right back out to go play more football.
You went in there. You hope nobody ate all the deviled eggs. You maybe watched some Lions games. And then you went out and played football. Like, that's all you did. But nowadays, like, I'll never forget, it wasn't that long ago, maybe a few years ago or so, we were just running stretches, doing speed school off season with maybe the freshman or 10th grade group. It was a freshman group. It has to be a freshman mistake. We're just running some off season, just striding out, learning running technique, all that kind of stuff. We had a kid while he was running break his elbow. Yeah, you riddle me that. Like, yeah, that's what
he hit it, or he just in the motion?
Just running, and when he got to the end, he hit the ground because it had already happened. And he just hit the ground in pain. Next thing you know, he's in an arm immobilizer. What? I don't know. This, 3-4 years ago or so, but
I fell off a barn, landed on a ladder, and my buddy fell on top of me on my knee. My first instinct was to get up and walk away so I didn't get in trouble. And it did some damage. Like, my knee just went, like, folded out, and there was some damage in there. But, like, it was fine. Like, never, I don't know, man. These kids are
different day and age, dude.
They're brittle. Or I don't want to say soft. That's overused. They're just brittle.
They are very brittle. And I don't know about y'all, but does every kid, like, want to be a gangster for y'all now? Like, is that something y'all deal with?
Yeah.
And it's just like, buddy, like, you're from nowhere, USA. Yeah. You're not from Compton.
You're in the FFA, dude. And that's not bashing on the FFA at all. Those two circles rarely overlap. Like, that's not really, basketball, being a gangster. Okay, you could possibly have some overlap. FFA and being a gangster in Williamston, South Carolina. That ain't how that works.
Now, I'll never forget. Now you just jogged my memory. I'll never forget about 7 years ago. I had this kid. He was a troubled youth, and
a knucklehead.
He was a knucklehead. Yeah, he's a little squirrely, and but we're just having one of those days where we're just chatting. Right, you're just trying to make a connection, build a relationship, do all the things, and he's showing me a project, and his project looks awesome. Like, it was some kind of business proposal. I don't know, something like that. And he was talking about his idea for this business, and it was actually somewhat sound. It was good. It was pretty good stuff. I'm like, man, if you would just lean into this side of your personality more instead of the knucklehead side, the wannabe, a bad dude side, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's telling me about he wants to do charity work, right? If maybe it's this organization that they bring these nice cars to, some kind of charity. You got kids out there, they're looking at the nice cars. And then just out of nowhere, it goes from being this very senimental, nice touching moment to, But if one of those kids tries a joyride, I'm going to pull up in the Sprinter van and kidnap them. And I'm just like, whoa, this took a turn. Like,
yeah, like
hopefully nobody's joyriding, stealing cars at the charity event. That I don't know.
Did you see or no? Are you all dealing with this issue? So our kids have Chromebooks. They're 1-to-1 tech with Chromebooks. So they all have a Chromebook. Do y'all have Chromebooks or something like it? Okay. The kids found out a way to play Fortnite on the Chromebooks. Okay. And whatever, kids are always going to find a way to do something they're not supposed to do. I get that. I had one kid that was dumb enough to show me how to do it. And I sat there for, I kid you not, probably 3 minutes. This dude had to go through like 20 steps just to get to play Fortnite. And I'm sitting here just thinking like, you're telling me you can remember or figure all this out and do this, but you couldn't turn in that health flyer that was due 3 weeks ago? Like, it maybe would have taken you 10 minutes if you just focused. Like, yeah, but I wanted to play Fortnite. And I'm like, if you would just apply half of your brilliance to what is supposed to be applied to, you'd be fine. But you don't. And I think that's the skill they don't have, is they don't have the ability to force themselves to focus on what they need to focus.
I don't think it's as much like just lower IQ, that kind of thing. I don't think that's really what it is, because they're actually pretty smart in a lot of ways. Yeah, I learn stuff all the time that they showed me how to do and all that. It's just literally, like you said, it's a want to thing. You know, whether it's in class, getting assignments done, or, you know, if it's football, you getting them to watch film. Like, we're playing in a round 3 playoff game, but we're still having to remind guys to, hey, the film has been shared. I know you got the notification. Like, go watch the film. Like, have the film watched before Monday when we have our position meetings, so that it ain't the first time you're seeing all this stuff. Like, I'm going to be back here next year. You know what I mean? Like, this is, for some of y'all, this is it in terms of football.
Time to lock in, buddy.
Time to lock in.
And it's like you said, it's the want to. And I had to have a heart-to-heart with a kid the other day. It was a football kid who did something stupid, and he knew it was stupid. So I asked him, like, why weren't you doing what you're supposed to? I didn't want to. I'm like, well, son, here's the deal. You think there's things I don't want to do when I go to work? There are things I just don't want to do. But you know what I do? I do them, because that's my job. And when you get out of high school, all the fun and games, all the crap you get away with now ain't going to fly if you're working somewhere. They'll fire you, and then you ain't going to be able to pay your bills. Kids go hungry. You're going to lose your house, lose your car, whatever, all because you didn't want to do it. You got to get over that. Like, that's just life. You got to man up, for lack of a better phrase. You got to man up and do some things you don't want to do just to get through it. They don't realize that, but
man, Coastal Carolina, back when they had, gosh, it was after the guy that gave the "Gotta Have More Dogs" speech. It was after him. Joe Moglia was his name. So he was the head coach at Coastal. He had just this slogan. It was simple. It was just, be a man. That's our one rule in our program. Be a man. And I think they just put that acronym BAM everywhere, like on the helmet. It was on all the branding and stuff. Just be a man. One simple rule. Do what you got to do. Like,
that reminds
not
me.
what you want to do, what you got to do.
You remember the TikTok guy that his thing was be a man, and it was like, lawnmower won't crank, get 40 million times until your back spasms. Be a man.
Was he? He's like Northeastern.
Yeah.
All right, that's the vibe I got. At least I know who you're talking about.
Like, your chest hurts, suck it up for 20 years till you have a heart attack. Be a man.
Classic.
Oh, those are hilarious.
Well, dude, we're kind of hitting that point. About time to bust out the old team of the week, Will.
Real quick, hold on. We got one more video on Twitter here. Is speaking on refs.
Oh, this is recent. Dude, I just sent this to you today. Like, I can't believe I forgot about this. All right. I just want you to watch this. Have you watched this yet?
I saw it on Twitter or X, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the worst. Again, refs have a tough job. Like, I'm not saying their job's easy. This is the worst call that there is no excuse for.
Yeah. This is bad.
So for the folks that are just listening, all right, there's a deep pass. You know, it's some up the seam, or it's a deep post. I don't know. Ball is completely overthrown. Ball is completely overthrown. Bounces off the ground.
No whistle.
No whistle. All right. Bounced off the ground. Receiver grabs it and then runs into the end zone. The ref is staring at the whole thing. Calls it a touchdown.
What is this back judge doing? I mean, that must be his nephew or something. He just chased him in. He's probably about to high five him in the end zone.
I read the description of the play, and I was like, okay, maybe it was a crew that was short a guy or whatever. No, I watched the video. The ref is watching the whole thing happen.
What is he? He's basically the dude.
You might have to mute that sound. Mute the sound real quick on the video.
I can't hear anything. There's sound playing.
It was blasting in my ear. We'll see how it turns out. No, it's the only thing I could think is maybe the ref thought he possessed, fumbled, and then picks it up.
That's what I was thinking, but like
that's got to be the only rationale for why you don't call this thing. That's
but
it's hard to see from this. Yeah, this is all happening pretty fast.
That's incomplete.
That's absolutely incomplete. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
It was. I believe this was Texas too. Yeah, Bernie Champion.
What was the final here? I just want to know if it came down to one score. It did. Oh. Well, who won?
So I don't know Bernie Champion color scheme and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I don't. All right. North. So this guy, the PSJA North, gets an interception. Wait, what? This ain't an interception.
That description's wrong for the play.
Say North. A black jersey say North.
I think so.
Roll with it. So the black team's North, and the white team got the extra score. The final was the team in black lost by 3 points. So
a botch call. I hate to say it comes down to one play, but come on, you just giving somebody a touchdown.
That's rough.
That's why I forgot I sent you that. Yeah, that was refs
playing.
Refs have a tough job. Like nobody's doubting that. I don't ever really try to give the refs a hard time because it's but sometimes it's blatant misses and it just is what it is.
Something like that
that's just awful. That's just bad, real bad. Nah, but I forgot I sent you that, man. Well, it's about that time for Team of the Week, Jack. It's always, guys, brought to you by Gridiron Spice Company. GridironSpiceCo.com. You can tackle your taste buds. Use the code 4th and Ward, the number 4, THANDWARD, and you get 10% off your order. Get that 5-wide bundle, knock 10% off. Jack, you were whipping some Gridiron Spice this week?
Yeah.
There at Ace Hardware's in Williamston?
So Ace Hardware had ladies' night in the Williamston store and the Honey Path store, and I was actually in the Honey Path store, so I was kind of closer to your old coaching stomping grounds over there. But they all loved it, man. They were looking, like, asking where they could get it, what other flavors. They really liked it, man. It was actually fun to be out there. And
heck yeah.
Shout out to Mike Simpson over at Ace Hardware.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Mike Simpson, Ace Hardware, Williamston, and Honey Path. They should be fully loaded now on their Gridiron Spice. If you are not in the South Carolina area, you can get it. We ship anywhere at Gridiron Spice Company. We'll get it to you one way or another.
Yep. And it's getting towards the holiday season. So, I mean, it's a great stocking stuffer or just a straight up gift. I mean,
yeah.
For mom, dad, brother, cousin. Let's see. Boom. You ready?
All right. So you guys know the drill. You're dropping comments. We're adding teams. We're adding them as we go. Your odds get worse every week. If you hadn't commented yet and your team's not on there, just drop a comment. Even if you know of a team that's having a heck of a run, like it might not be your favorite team, but it's a team you know about. Maybe that's doing some special things this year. Let's get them put on the wheel. Get those guys recognized. Jack, actually, before you even roll, we have one of our teams of the week that is balling out right now in the Georgia playoffs. So, yeah, Will Wheeler on YouTube's updating us on Harlem. I can't remember their mascot. Was it the Harlem Bulldogs? Can't remember, up there in Georgia. They are playing in the second round in the Georgia playoffs. This was about a week ago, though, so I don't know how they did maybe this past game. But nah, if we've had any other team of the weeks that are still playing football, practicing at Thanksgiving, be sure to let us know. So let's see who our team of the week is for episode 35 here, Jack.
See who we get. Oh, where's it going to be?
Mm.
West Orange Stark High School in Texas.
Man, I am very unfamiliar with this one. West Orange Stark High School in Texas. Yeah, I had no clue, man.
All right, so there's supposed to be a hyphen in there, but we get the point. West Orange Stark football. Let's see what we got. No orange? Come on.
Okay, they played. Actually,
pretty solid.
They are having a heck of a year. Click that standings button. Let's see. Fray Division 2. Okay, West Orange Stark. Man, I mean, they played Robinson, it looks like, which is a Waco area school. But, you know, come playoffs, you might be playing somebody from hours away.
Looks like they're still playing. They just got to win over Robinson.
They got the dub over the Rockets. Jack Robinson's, side note, not to take anything away from West Orange Stark, but Robinson High School, their mascot's the Rockets. All right, we might have even talked about this before. They got an actual rocket ship at their stadium, like a statue of a rocket ship at the stadium. It's awesome. They're really leaning into it down there in the Robinson, Waco area.
Oh,
let us give the Robinson Rockets their moment. Yeah, just look up Robinson Rockets football stadium. I think it's called Rocket Field, maybe. Yeah, there we go.
Goodbye.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
What? That's cool.
Yeah,
they got an extra little bleacher there too.
Probably the band setup, if I had to guess. Yeah. Apparently, it's a good little community down there in Robinson. Good
it's a nice stadium to look at this week while they're not playing because West Orange Stark.
Yeah, back to the team of the week. Week 30 or episode 35. Sorry, West Orange Stark.
West
got after him a little bit too. What did it say? 35-21. They got the dub.
Yep.
In round 2. The mascot here on what was the mascot?
They're the Mustangs.
Mustangs. Hey, it's a classic.
Looks like a.
I like the silver helmets.
Yeah, that's clean. Oh wow, they got pink alternates. They got some pink trim on some alternate jerseys. That's pretty cool. That dude's getting Scorpion.
Are they Nike? Is it Nike jerseys?
Looks Nike pants. I'm assuming the jersey's matching. Yeah, they're Nike.
That's a pretty clean look they got down there for the West Orange Stark Mustangs. The pink trim.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I bet the kids love it.
No doubt.
I didn't think Nike had a pink color option for that. That's pretty crazy. All right, how much did they wear them? But like, if you're gonna do it, I ain't bashing, but if you're gonna do it, throw some pink on that helmet too. I mean, if you got the money for pink,
maybe
Nike
for
jerseys,
maybe for the accent on the stripe up there.
Yeah.
Like a pink.
Just
that wouldn't have been a bad look.
Just some advice. It still looks clean.
Get some game day skins.
Some game day skins. There you go. Looks like it used to be Russell.
Oh, are they playing Salina there? Salina's good, dude. Salina is good. Anyway, back to West Orange Stark here. Let's look up where this is at.
West Orange Stark.
Because I'm still trying to figure out geographically where these guys are at.
So West Orange, Texas, obviously. I mean, come on.
Right.
What is this thing? Is that an airport? Anyway.
Oh, we're down Houston.
We're on the line.
We're east of Houston.
Close to being Louisiana. I mean, that can't get much closer.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I was very unfamiliar with this. I don't think I've been down to that.
You ever heard of Beaumont?
Yep. I have heard of Beaumont.
Outside of Beaumont, or Big Thicket National Preserve.
Such a solid name, Big Thicket.
Yeah, they're close to Houston. All right, let's check out this.
On a map, it might look close. That could still be like a 2-hour drive. Texas is so big. Yeah, let's look at, a little indoor turf space. I guess that's a weight room.
Yeah, it's 21. All right, what's crazy to me is, all right, so you see these stadiums that a lot of teams have in Texas that are insane, amazing, top of the line, but I don't ever see like a huge weight room facility. Like, I'm not bashing on this. This is everything you need right here.
Well, and I
Go
will
ahead.
say 4AD2, you might be talking enrollment of, I don't remember cutoffs or anything like that, but probably smaller than you guys.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you
Makes
look up
more
their
sense.
enrollment, it's probably, heck, I don't know. I don't want to say anything totally wrong. 600 maybe. I mean, they're going to be smaller than y'all, I would guess.
I'm curious what the 112%.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the backstory to that.
Yeah. That's actually a cool graphic.
Look up their enrollment real quick. West Orange Start high school enrollment. I'm just curious now. Of course, it's a realignment year. I don't know what the population's doing down there. And
600.
okay, I wasn't that far off from my shot in the dark there. So yeah, they are 30% less students than y'all. I don't know what their football numbers might be, but yeah, it just depends on where you go. Oh my, what? We've stumbled upon something here. Was there a fire in the press box not too long?
It was almost completed.
It was they were renovating it?
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
Sun reflecting off the angled glass onto the vinyl VIP seats, and they caught on fire.
What? How has this never happened? Like, there's a lot of nice setups with, like a suite area inside of a press box. Like, so they're saying because the glass was angled, I guess, it magnified the rays.
Basically like a magnifying glass on an ant.
Right. Does that say 2022? My eyes are bad.
23. July of
2023.
23.
Oh my gosh. Did they ever get it finished?
Yeah, said it would take
they have to-
4 months, but I guess they got it finished.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple years now. I had no clue about
That's
this,
insane.
man. I was wondering what that smoke was. I didn't know if it was like something the team does, maybe when they score. You never know. But
So that looks like the old one, and then they were
Yeah.
renovating.
well, yeah, because that's not angled glass right there.
Now I'm just if they finished. That's crazy though. I mean, how do you not hear? I mean, God.
That's crazy. They didn't let it. They didn't let it affect them though. They're off to what did it say they were 9-2?
9-3 maybe.
Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, that's a double decker press box too. They
Yeah,
were
that
setting
thing's
something up
nice.
nice.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Doing it right down there outside of Beaumont, Texas. West
Other than
Orange
that,
Start
though, that's
Mustangs.
Pretty sweet stadium.
Nah, that's a good stadium. I like that logo too.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old WWF is what it reminds me.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like it so much. It's got
Yeah, dude.
the lines extending off.
They're killing it. 9-3, 5-0 in the district.
Who they got this week? Let's see. Does it
don't
say
know.
at the top who their next opponent is?
Think so.
No?
We could probably hit. They don't have a playoff button here.
Normally it just pulls up with
West Orange is playing Sealy.
okay, Sealy. Where have I heard Sealy from before? You know what? Do y'all use Coach's video for y'all's wide and tight? Like the potato setup? I think that company's based in Sealy.
Yeah.
That's where I've heard of for. Anyway, shout out to West Orange Start, episode 35, team of the week, still in the playoffs, getting to practice on Thanksgiving. Jack, hopefully we have a good week of practice. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you at the Star on Saturday night. Then maybe I'll be able to be practicing again next week. But
Yeah.
just taking it 1 week at a time. We always appreciate you guys tuning in. And Jack, you want to take us out?
Stay golden.
You locked in now with the fourth and wall. Fourth and wall. Adam, Jay, Texas, Carolina, we out.